Here's our presentation for Group 6 of CS321 Software Engineering. So my name is Yoriel. I served as the group leader for our group, and then among our group members, there was also Chris, James, and Samankan. So here, a system overview of our project is we set out to develop this Discord bot called Proddy. And this Discord bot consisted of 3 core features. The first feature was a reminder feature to remind users of tasks they need to complete. The second feature was a welcome message that automated the sending of welcome messages. And the third feature was a polling/voting features. And this automated any polls that needed to take place. So the rationale for building the system. Overall, we wanted to improve the user experience of Discord by having Productivity bot. The Productivity bot provides many useful features. And these features alleviate simple and monotonous tasks that Discord users run into on a daily basis.
All right, so my name is James, and I'm going to be taking over from here. The technologies that we used for this group project was GitHub, where we put all the code together, and it served as a repository. The software language that we use to program this Proddy Discord bot is Python. And we also used Replit to serve as the median so that we could gather all our code and ideas. And then we also used Git commands to pull, push. All right, so for the software process used, we used mainly the plan-driven approach. So we had a list of goals and features that we wanted to implement for the Proddy from the beginning. So this allowed us to measure our success easily as the semester progressed, and so far we are on track. And in addition, we also use pair programming. So to tackle our programming tasks, we split up our group into pairs of 2 so that we could implement these tasks in a faster and more efficient manner, as opposed to one person splitting up the task into one person each. And then we also held weekly Scrum meetings so that we could stay on task during the semester and just have everyone on the same page as each week passed. And this allowed us to keep focused and have everyone up to date on the project. So we did face some minor issues with the project. The first one was, just setting up the environment, the coding environment for the project. So we had to figure out how to utilize the Discord libraries and get familiar with the APIs. This is like this first small hump that we faced in this project. And another issue that we faced was using Python as our primary language, because some of our members didn't have a big prior experience with Python. So when we did the pair programming, we made sure to split up the members with one experienced member and one inexperienced member so that we could help each other on the project.
So moving on to demonstrating all the must-have features, I want to show our first feature. This is the about, showing the about. About will show all the features we have available to use for all members. So the first would be the introduction message. This allows the user to send a new member a message, a predetermined message or a custom message. So for example, I can send myself a quick message. and the bot would display successful, meaning it has successfully sent the message, and it has sent me a welcome message to the team. And I could also customize my message using message custom and target the user. I'm going to target myself and say, hello, Chris. Welcome to the team. And it should display successful again, and you can see the message right here. And that is our welcome introduction message feature. And moving on, I'm going to hand it off to Samankan for the polling and voting feature.
All right, so moving forward, we're going into the polling feature right here. So this feature allows the user to create polls and to vote. And the syntax for this goes a little bit like this, where you'd have your first choice, your second choice, your third choice, your fourth and fifth choices, the amount of time you want the poll to run for, and then the topic of the poll. So let's just make a poll for favorite color. Red, yellow, green, black, white. Let's say we want it to go for 15 seconds, and then we want the topic to be, what's your favorite color? This makes a poll right here, and users can go in and vote using any one of these reactions. So let's say my favorite color is green, I would pick 3. And we have the time remaining right here counting down. And when the poll finishes, we should get our result, which is green. And also, if you want to put less than 5 choices, we can put dashes like this right here. And this allows 1, 3, and 5 to be voided. So the counts for these reactions will not be counted. So if we do 1 here, that will not be counted. And we'll do 2, and the result should be yellow. And let's do that again for ties. So we have another poll, and for ties, both results should be printed. All right, there you go. That's perfect. And then moving forward, we're going to go into our reminder feature.
Moving on to our third feature, which is the reminder feature. This feature allows the user to set a reminder for themselves with a certain time. And the syntax for this is, so you would enter remind and enter the time you want and what task you want to be reminded for. So I can make an example right here, remind. I'm calling the remind command, and I can enter a 15-second and second timer, and I can say take out the trash in 15 seconds, and the bot will reply to me with a task and how long it would take. And in about 15 seconds, it should send me a message through the DM. And as you can see, it reminded me to take out the trash in 15 seconds. And you can also edit the amount of time you want. Let's say you wanted to remind you in 15 minutes instead. You can do 15M for minutes, and you can do H for hour and D for days. So yeah, that is all. Okay, moving on to non-functional requirement. We have established before that we want to achieve usability, reliability, and availability for our productivity bot. And it is important that usability is that our bot is very easy to use. So we created a command where you can call and it will display all the available features and what each feature does, along with examples on how to use the commands. And another non-functional requirement we wanted to achieve was reliability and availability. So to achieve that, we created a web server to host our bot on. And with what we had before was every time we close the tab, the bot would shut down. So we created a web server and integrating it with Uptime Robot, which if you look here, Uptime Robot would ping our bot every 5 minutes. So to keep it alive and running 24/7. And with that, we have achieved a usability, reliability, and availability for our productivity robot. So moving on to discussing the extent to which all the must-have features we have committed, we were able to complete all our must-have features. And to show what we did, I can start off by showing the code base for the message, the custom welcome message command. So this part right here is the command, the message command, where the message is predetermined, and this part right here, message custom command, is what you call what I previously showed. This is where you send your custom message to the user.
All right, so with the poll feature, we wanted the users to be able to create user-defined polls, and we want their results to be broadcasted by the bot. So here, the poll function takes in parameters, it takes in time, topic, and the 5 choices and creates a poll. This is where we create the embed, and then we add the reactions. We convert the inputted time right here into a standardized time. And then down here is where we handle the reactions. So here we ignore all the dashes, and then we check which reaction has the highest vote. And with that, if there's a tie, we include both of the choices into the result that gets printed out at the end. So over here, I'll do a demo poll real quick again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do 15 seconds. What's your favorite number? So here's the user-defined poll. Here's the timer counting down. We have your answer choices. And then the results. So far we have said everything, and we've said and done everything that we said we were going to do. And we've implemented this feature fully. There you go. Result 3.
With our final feature, which is the remind feature, as you can see, we have parameters, and this part is where you call the convert time to convert the time to whatever the user input, and it also checks if the time was inputted correctly. And this part is where it displays the message and countdowns the time and remind the user once the time is up. Once the time is up, the bot will send the user a message, remind it for whatever task the user input it. And with all that, we have successfully implemented all the features we promised we were going to do, and successfully satisfied all the non-functional requirements we also promised to achieve. And yeah.